What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're going to talk about the Galaxy S22 Ultra. I do a Q&A section at the end of my news video, and you guys ask me a lot of the same questions over and over and over. I answer them almost on a daily basis, so I decided to make this video of the things that you guys ask me the most about the Galaxy S22 Ultra and the things ultimately you want to know from these answers. So with that said, let's jump into this kind of Q&A/answer section. So the first one is RAM. Now, Galaxy S22 Ultra comes in 4 configurations: 128, 256, 512, and 1 terabyte of storage. And you guys consistently asked me, because there was rumors going out that the 1 terabyte version of the Galaxy S22 Ultra would have 16 gigs of RAM. This is straight from the horse's mouth. This is right on Samsung's website. You can see you get up to 12 gigabytes of RAM, and that's with the 1 terabyte, the 512 gigabyte, and the 256 gigabyte. If you get the 128 gigabyte storage, you're gonna get 8 gigs of RAM. So nowhere on the S22 Ultra line do you get 16 gigs of RAM. You only, ultimately, the most you can get is 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now, is this going to ultimately ruin your experience with the phone in terms of performance? Absolutely not. You probably wouldn't even get close to anything over 12 gigabytes, for instance. So I wouldn't worry about not having 16 gigs of RAM inside of the phone. You'll be absolutely fine. Next up is, does the Galaxy S22 Ultra have micro SD card expansion and a headphone jack? Let's talk about that. So obviously, headphone jack, absolutely not. They haven't had a headphone jack in one of their premium phones in a really, really long time. Is it needed? Absolutely not. You don't need this at all. Most people use wireless buds, and if you do want to use wired headphones, what you can do is just get their USB-C to auxiliary adapter, plug that into the bottom of the phone, and then you can use your wired buds. I mean, wired buds, wired headphones, whatever you want to call them, you're able to do that. But ultimately, I think most people are just absolutely fine with Bluetooth. Bluetooth sounds great. You don't need it, so don't fret about it. And if you do need it, like I said, just buy that adapter. Now, does it have micro SD card expansion? No, it hasn't had it in the last couple iterations of the phone. They've gotten rid of it. They're following the chain of command from other companies that have done this. It cuts cost, probably ultimately at the end of the day, and then makes you spend more money because you want to end up buying the higher storage amount. So it's a win-win situation on Samsung's side. On yours, maybe not so much, but still, it doesn't have it. So if you were hoping it had it, unfortunately, it doesn't have it. I've learned to not even need it at this point. I don't care about it, so it's not a big deal to me. To you guys, some of you anyway, I know it is, and I can feel your pain, but you still can get a lot of storage with the phone if need be. You just have to end up paying for it. Next up is, does the Galaxy S22 Ultra have eSIM? Now, if you're not sure what eSIM is, it's an electronic SIM card that allows you to connect your phone to a carrier without actually needing a physical SIM card. You just have like the SIM card number on your phone, the eSIM they call it, and then you give that to the carrier, and then they connect it, and you're able to use it electronically. Now, does the S22 Ultra have it? Yes and no. So check this out. So this is straight from their website. It says you have the single SIM model, which is the 1 nano SIM, which doesn't show that it has eSIM. But if you get the dual SIM model, you can get the 1 nano SIM with 1 eSIM, and then you have the 2 nano SIMs with 1 eSIM, or you can get 2 nano SIMs. And then highlighted down below, it says use of eSIM on Galaxy devices may be enabled by software update or disabled in some countries where it is purchased. Availability of eSIM mobile plan may vary depending on carrier. Now, just like it says, your phone might have it, it might not. And at the same time, the carrier that you are with might allow it, might not, and you might need an update. So it's kind of a murky, swamp-filled answer, but that's the answer we got. So you kind of just have to check within the settings of your mobile networks on your phone to see if it's there and if your carrier actually allows it. So hopefully that answers your question. Next is the display. Is the Galaxy S22 Ultra the same size display as the S21 Ultra and the Note 20 Ultra? Yes and no. So it does have the same size display as the S21 Ultra. They're both 6.8 inches, but they're a little bit different. You get the rounded corners on the S21 Ultra, where you have the squared off design on the S22 Ultra. Now the Note 20 Ultra actually has a 6.9 inch display. So the display on the Note 20 Ultra is 0.1 inches larger than the S22 Ultra display. So smaller display now on this Note replacement, if you want to call it that. Could be good for you, could be bad, but it's not that huge of a difference at only 0.1 inches, but there is a difference. And the last one about the Galaxy S22 Ultra is 45 watt charging. Now, in order to take advantage of that 45 watt charging, you have to get a 45 watt charger. And a lot of you guys ask me, can you use the old 45 watt charger or do you have to use the new one? And to answer that, seemingly, and this is kind of another murky type answer, we're gonna look exactly at their specs on their site. And you can see at the top there, it says 45 watt / 25 watt USB PD 3.0 certified super fast charging for wired charging, AFC and QC 2.0 compatible. And then highlighted down below, for super fast charging function, we recommend using the original Samsung power adapter and data cable sold separately. For best results, use the 45 watt power adapter with the S22 Ultra and S22 Plus and 25 watt power adapter for the S22. Now, where it gets a little murky here is you're gonna ask me, can you use the old 45 watt charger that launched with the S20 Ultra, or do you have to use the new one? And that's where it's a little bit murky. I don't have the phone in hand, so I can't give you a definitive answer, but just to be definitively sure, try to get the new one, the new 45 watt charger. It's obviously designed specifically for the S22 Ultra and S22 Plus and will take advantage of those 45 watt charging speeds. Now, to add on to that, to go back to the original 45 watt charger that came out, that was seemingly hybridish. It didn't really work as a 45 watt charger per se for the full amount of time, and it didn't really have much of a difference if at all really, versus the 25 watt charger that was available back then. So to just put all things to rest at this moment in time, get the new 45 watt charger. And then you could also add on to that, will any other 45 watt chargers be able to fully charge the Galaxy S22 Ultra at 45 watts? And they should be, based off if they meet those requirements that I read a second ago, being USB PD 3.0 certified super fast charging for wired charging. If they can do that, then yes, they should be able to take advantage of that. And then just a couple of odds and ends, I guess you'd call it a bonus. There's no charger that comes in the box at all. There's no earphones, there's no wireless buds. There is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and then there's the phone, the SIM card ejector, and some paperwork. That's all you're gonna get that comes with the phone. So there you guys go. Those are your kind of most questions asked that I get on a regular basis. If you want me to make something like this again for maybe the Galaxy Tab or this phone as well, maybe you have more questions that you think need to be answered for the public, leave them in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. If you want to pick one of these phones up, they're linked down below. We'll see you down the road.